Good Lord, we made it to Friday, and good Friday evening to you. How is everyone? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful Friday. I'm not, it's not great. Sorry, my brain kind of short-circuited right there. I've got a lot of crap going on right now. But at least I'm not Wizards of the Coast. You know? At least I'm not Wizards of the Coast. What a crazy, hectic week it's been. Guys, we are over 3,200 subs on the channel now. This time, 4 days ago, we were at 1,565. Or was it 3 days ago? It was 4 days ago. The channel has grown by 1,700 subscribers. So if you're new here, if you're just stopping by, welcome. Thank you so much. If the YouTube algorithm has driven you here, and it very well may have, I have apparently trended in searches a little bit. Please consider clicking that subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. And if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and tell us in the comments what you liked. And we'll do more of it. If you don't like what you see, give it a thumbs down and tell us in the comments what you didn't like. And we'll do less of it. That's how I work. I take your input and I do my level best to make you guys happy because I care about you. I do. And if I didn't, I wouldn't have a show. It would just be me talking to the door over there, and that would be weird. But anyway, so yeah, I'm a little frazzled. Gotta start calling around, making phone calls tomorrow to take care of some things, but it is what it is. But anyway, just going to say my hellos to you guys there in the chat. Dungeon Minister, I hope you're still here. John Walker, you hope at some point they are tooling around in a ground car and hit a hoop. Suddenly the car is made of rubber. Could be, could happen. Luther wears the old broad in the funny hat. I don't know how to answer that. Christopher Sims, greetings. Volcano God. Kinnick. Fuchsia Cone. Damien. Robert Phillips. So many of you guys in there. So, yeah, it's not anything like that, Fuchsia. Doctor, there's a name. But anyway, so you guys out there in the chat, welcome one and all. I got something very cool today, and I was so happy to get this. And I want to thank right now, before I forget when we get going, Doomsword Deathmaster, my partner in Central Florida crime. Doomsword contributed a little something to the show, gifted to me, so it's a mail call Monday, but it's on Friday. And what I got was something I have never owned a copy of, yet I'm instrumental in its existence. I got a copy of Elemental Moon. Bring that back a little bit. Yes, I have a copy of Elemental Moon. Now, you can get a PDF copy of Elemental Moon from Frog God Games. At least you can right now. It is on sale for $5. There's no reason for you to not go out and buy yourself a PDF copy of Elemental Moon. What's so special about Elemental Moon, you might ask? It is a a 3E D20 system game written by Lance Havermehl and some guy named Andy Luke Crossness. But of course I know him. He's me. This is a project that Lance and I worked on almost 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago, Lance and I wrote Elemental Moon together. I wrote the Obsidian Tower part of it, which is like a kind of a vertical Tomb of Horrors. Because Lance nattered me endlessly and said, you gotta write a module. You gotta write an adventure with me. And I said, I don't want to write no 3rd edition stuff. And he said, no, you have to. So he pestered me and chased me around until finally I caved. And I said, fine, I'll write an adventure for you. It's going to be deadly and unforgiving, and I'm putting no save death traps in it. And he said, fine, do that. And I said, fine, I will. And Elemental Moon, with my pen name, my one-time pen name of Andy Luke Crossness, is what you have. And you can get that. You folks out in the chat can get yourselves a copy if you want. I have other things that are out there too, in case you're interested. I have this one, and there's an equally cool story about that one. This is Temple of the Sun. Temple of the Sun is originally a convention AD&D adventure that I wrote. My buddy Don over at Hellebard Games offered to publish it for me. We Greyhawk and first edition AD&D fight it, but it got great new art and some editing in the process, and it fits into Hellebard's world of campaigns. But you can drop it into AD&D if you want to. So feel free to pick up a copy of that. I don't know if he has any physical copies left. I know he doesn't have any of the physical copies with the slipcover, which I talked to him about when we were working on that, and I said, you know, what would be cool? Publish a module with the loose covers like they did in AD&D times. And so he got a small selection of those printed up, and as a test, basically as a production test, and they are marked as such, but he had a small selection of those. I think he just has attached cover ones left, but you'd have to reach out and ask him. Elemental Moon, Temple of the Sun, no, just pure coincidence. They entail they entail astronomical things. And then finally, for those of you who've been sleeping on this, there is The Lost Crypt, which is also on sale on Frog God Games. Well, I don't technically work for Frog God Games, and this doesn't put any money in my pocket, but if you are interested in some stuff that I did, there you go. And Lost Crypt is a module I wrote for/with Gary Gygax. So that is something you can pick up. We'll see you, Fuchsia Cone. Be safe. So there you go. There's some adventures you can pick up, but having a physical copy of this makes me happy. I now have physical copies of all the role-playing game adventures I've written and published. Don sent me sample copies of Temple of the Sun. The guys at Frog God sent me a bunch of sample copies of Lost Crypt that I did autographs of. I may still have some physical copies for sale, some autograph ones. That's right. I do that. Yes, I will. I'll sign it for free. Yeah, Elemental Moon is in great condition. In fact, let me. What is this weird thing going on with? Oh, they've taped the zip. They taped the Ziploc part shut. There. This apparently came from. Where did this come from? From Lazarus Games. I don't have a knife, and I don't want to tear through that right now. So we'll look at this another time. But anyway, Kyle is just posted a link here, guidekey.com. That is a thing that I do. GuideKey is a business that I do. I do corporate DMing. If you have a company that would like to do a Dungeons and Dragons event, you can reach out to me on guidekey.com and I'll answer all your questions. Reasonable rates, unreasonable adventures. Bill will sign for free, but the pen requires a tenner for the ink to flow. Maybe. A deep dive into Elemental Moon. There is, I wouldn't say in the near future. I wouldn't say in the near future at all. Maybe possibly in the medium-term future. And yes, Volcano God will run that on stream one of these days. So that's enough claptrap for me tooting my own horn. How are you guys doing? So this week, I was about to say next week. This week, things have fairly blown up, and I feel like addressing the elephant in the room. I was absolutely content to sit in the nosebleed section of what is going on with Wizards of the Coast. Hey, Danny. Glad you're here. SOT mead? Is it SOT mead or SOT? How do I do that? But anyway, I was more than happy to just sit back and you know, watch the city burn from a distance and report on it, which you guys, I've had people tell me, like, what you're doing is so important. Thank you for getting this news out there. And that kind of floors me, to be quite honest. I didn't really consider myself a reporter or a game journo. So, I did skip over that, Jack. You'll answer anything. Call you anything, just don't call you late for dinner, right? So, yeah, I just put my feet up. And then I started digging into some comments from Wizards of the Coast about things that they wanted to do. And I saw this on Twitter. See if I can pull this up here. That's not it. That's not what I want. Where is it? Where is it? It's not here. It's not there. I may have closed the tab already. See if I can find this. There we go. So what they had said was, let me see if I can show the thread or if it'll come up here. And they've got more tweets up there. But basically in their primary thread, they said that they were looking at bringing things from the previous edition forward into the OGL 1.2. Things from previous edition covered under the OGL. Isn't that wonderful? Don't you feel safer? Don't you feel more protected as a creator? No. They are essentially trying to kill the OSR by effectively saying, well, it's OGL 1.2, but that's not the licensed stuff that we opened under the Creative Commons, so you can't really do OD&D and AD&D stuff and release it. Sorry. Nunzio, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I need to find that. I need to find that tweet from them. Give me just a second here. I mean, I could do another video here, but I don't really... Let me see if I can show this thread, if that'll come up. Because I want to find this. I want to make sure that I am telling you guys the right thing. Because I put a screenshot up on the YouTube discussion page. That was on the 19th. I can't find it. This is awful. I can't find it. Let's see. Community. There it is. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is what they said. We are actively looking at adding previous edition content to both the Creative Commons, so they are going to add it to the Creative Commons, and OGL 1.2. We wanted to get this into your hands for feedback ASAP and focused on 5.1, but look for more content to be included. Now, at this point, previous edition is 5th edition. Let me restate that. At this point, previous edition is 5th edition. All that could mean is we're going to drag 5th edition in because it's still hugely popular, and we are going to make sure that that is covered under the OGL. And Bill Sylvie, I don't mean that in a positive way. We're just going to make sure that that's ours also, and that you guys don't try and sneak in and do an end run on us like you did with Pathfinder. I don't know 100% if by previous editions, I mean, they might just use it as an umbrella clause to just say, look, everything, okay? No more Pathfinder stunts, no more Osric, no more swords and wizardry. We're just throwing the net out and dragging everything in, and it's free under the OGL. What old days are you missing, Cato? So I honestly don't know what the future holds for the past. I'll keep reporting it. I'll keep dropping little videos like I've been doing. But there's other stuff to come. Oh, yeah, me too, Cato. Me too. There's other stuff to come. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Cato was there at the beginning. Cato 599 was in Lake Geneva. He was there at the beginning. He worked with Gary. He worked at TSR's offices. We have a bona fide founding member of the hobby of role-playing games in the live chat right now. He was there at the start. He was there at the beginning. He was in the delivery room when the child was born. But, and Cato and I have a little project we're going to be working on, Wizards of the Coast be damned. Anyway, so all of the old school stuff, don't know what's going to happen with it. But anyway, videos. I will report back on everything I can as it happens, as I've been doing. They snuck some tweets in on me a couple of hours ago when I was napping for the show, but I don't think you guys want me to just maybe can I? I don't want to just regurgitate their tweets. If they issue a quote unquote official statement on their website, I'll cover it. As the company tries to navigate its downward arc in stock prices, I'll talk about that. But just coming back and saying, D&D Beyond tweeted today, they tweeted this. Don't know what it means. You guys tell me in the comments below. I'll see you later. I don't know how much of that I'll be doing. But stuff that involves the OSR and everything, I don't know. I don't know that I'll grab every little bit, but I'll definitely talk about it. Now, if you're just coming in, if you're new here, if the algorithm has driven you here, or you've subscribed but you haven't watched any of my previous content, talking about classic role-playing games and playing classic role-playing games and having creators of classic role-playing games like Cato 599, who's been on the show many times. I won't dox you, by the way, Cato, unless you care if I, or unless you don't care if I tell them who you are. But that's been the primary thrust of my show. If you look outside the analytics and just take my show as a whole, you might think, wow, this guy has been a hugely popular classic D&D YouTube channel guy. Why haven't I heard from him? And well, the reality is I haven't been super popular. So Cato 599 is Tracy Lesh. And he's a buddy of mine, at least for the next week. He lives here in the Central Florida area with me. But Luther wants to know who created the Githyanki. Those were the Githyanki and the Githzerai were created by science fiction author Charlie Stross. Charles Stross created those creatures, and he sent them in initially to White Dwarf magazine. Anyway, to get back to what I was saying. So what we do around here is we talk about classic RPG stuff. There's very little news that comes up. You know, hey, somebody played A1, Secret of the Slaver Stockade, or rather Slave Pits of the Undercity today. That doesn't really constitute news. So I try to look at history. I try to look at the history of the game and do deep dives on modules. But there's other aspects of our RPG. Be quiet, Volcano God. This isn't Chat GPT. I'm not a deep fake computer animation. See? I have 10 fingers and 32 teeth. I can't be fake. No AI could pretend to be this dumb and keep functioning. Netflame Zero. Oh, greetings, Netflame Zero. Yes, yes, fellow Central Floridian. Hello. But there's a there's a focus on the old school here, and videos upcoming. I'm going to do shorter videos. They're not live streams, but shorter produced videos. And the first start of them, I will be focusing on how to create each character class, the best approaches to making each character class in first edition AD&D. I'm not talking about character optimization. I'm not talking about build. I'm just talking about getting to know the classes and their historical backgrounds in fantasy fiction. And I hope that's something you guys are going to enjoy me doing. We'll do more deep dives and long reads of classic D&D modules. Luther, for example, has been harrying me in a good way to do a let's read of Before the Lost City. Is that the module code? Before the Lost City? Not before, like prior to it. A chat AI would have done that game advertisement. Yeah. So it's Gith Yankee A-Wig. But that's kind of the primary focus of what I do around here. So in 2 or 3 weeks, when things have faded to a dull rumble on the OGL front, and there's only minor outrages being committed by Wizards of the Coast, and my subscription increase rate has nosedived, and I'm back to getting 1 a day, 2 on a weekend, maybe 4 on a good day. And if you stop by and you're like, man, it's like a graveyard around here. Well, that's why, because that's my main focus. But I will be bringing shorter videos, another set of shorter videos, another series of shorter videos that are coming out we're doing more Tales of Tabletop Triumph. A new Tales of Tabletop Triumph will drop next week. I haven't decided which day exactly specific. I'm gonna do a little SEO massaging and try and figure out which is the best day to release a given video on YouTube, which is the best day and what's the best time of day. But Tales of Tabletop Triumph is the cure for the common RPG horror story. It's all the cool things that you guys have happen at your tables read with enthusiasm by me. So I will be I will absolutely love doing those, and they're anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. I haven't got any huge long ones. Fuchsia Cone owes me one, because Fuchsia Cone has this awesome story I want to hear about being asked to do a play demo in the toy aisle at Montgomery Ward of playing basic D&D, I think, and I can't wait to do a read of that. I've got a couple in the hopper already. I've got another tale from me that I'm going to be doing. But I want yours. Come to the Discord. It's linked in the description of this video. Come to the Discord, join the Discord, and go down there and look. There's 3 sections for that. Let me bring this up here. We have I have the worst mouse in the world, and the scroll wheel is awful. We have Tales here, which is just transcripts. Don't post anything in Tales here. But we have submissions here. Put your tale in there, whether you type it out in a series of posts or whether you post it as an attachment. And then we have Tales discussion. You can workshop things, talk about what you liked about certain ones. See you around, Cato. Take care. Have a lovely evening. Much love, my friend. Tracy Lesh, everybody. Tracy created the Mind Flayer Lesh. That's right. But anyway, that's what Tales of Tabletop Triumph will be all about. You got a Gary tale, oh my gosh. You better post a Gary tale. You better. That sounds like a lot of fun. And if you post something to me, by the by, if you post something to me, please, like if you email it to me, 3,000 words is about perfect. 3,000 words is about perfect. Also, Cato, before you leave, hopefully you haven't left yet. Hopefully you're still out there. I will call you or I will text you or something this weekend. I got a lot of stuff going on and it's not good. Not in that I'm a bunch of stuff on you, but it's going to be just catching up with you about why I haven't been able to reach out to you. Hey, Mark Corey. Got in trouble at school for not typing enough words. So those are all things that are coming. Those are all things that are coming. And then, of course, in addition to all of that I'm posting, any news that breaks that I can bring to you guys, we've got the live streams. And a lot of people have said, wow, Bill, if you're going to be doing all of these shorter videos and YouTube shorts and all of this and that, I guess that means you'll cut back on the live streams. No, I will not cut back on the live streams. I will, in fact, continue the live streams 5 nights a week, old school RPG talk and old school RPG Let's Plays. One of those run by the Viking Hat GM himself, my co-host with the Mo-host from Down Under, Mr. Kyle Schuant, will run games on Wednesday evening to stop me from dropping dead from exhaustion. And then Tuesday nights, we play first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And on Friday nights, and oh, look at the time, it is a Friday night, we play Classic Gamma World, at least for now. At least for now. Who knows? They could all get eaten by a herp and we just switch to something else. So we'll have to see that happens. Don't make me stop this adventure and come back there. I like that. So yeah, that's what we do around here. That's the fun we have. And it's not just Dungeons and Dragons. I have a wall of classic RPGs behind me. Not all of them are dead RPGs. And by dead, don't freak out, don't panic. They're still loved and still played. I just mean in the sense that, like, FASA's Star Trek here. Perfect example of a dead RPG. FASA doesn't exist. Support for this RPG is non-existent. Hence, I mean, I have the new reproduction of the old Call of Cthulhu first edition box set. I got this past fall. I got this from Chaosium. And it's brand new. You know, it's the 1-inch box is $40. I wish in retrospect I'd gotten the 2-inch box, but I didn't. It's a dead RPG. All right. BRP, the core system of Chaosium has changed significantly enough that you have to convert this. You have to convert your old Call of Cthulhu adventures to make them work in their current system. So it's a dead RPG. It just means developmentally frozen in time. Here's another perfect example. Kyle, brace yourself. Classic Traveler. All bound in one book. Still new. You can buy this. You can go on DriveThruRPG and buy yourself a copy of Classic Traveler. But it's dead. Dungeon Minister says, I never understood what support meant for an RPG. I mean, computer software, fine, but if I have the rules, I have graph paper and a pencil instead of dice, no support required. I get it. What's happening, Lex? If there's old RPGs with new mechanics, that would be an interesting thing to see. But Heritage Swordbearer. But anyway, support for an RPG, I think it entails stuff like, first of all, an official company line. Let's say you have FOSSA Star Trek, okay? You got it in a box. You play it on a week-to-week basis, but you keep it in a box. You keep it in a cardboard box or the bottom of a bookshelf in your basement. There's a flood. It's destroyed, okay? And it's just completely wiped out. There's no saving it. There's no, I'll dry it in the oven. You can't get another one. You can maybe scrape it together on eBay for exorbitant prices. But as far as I'll break out my FOSSA catalog and send off to, I think FOSSA was in Illinois, I'm not sure, and order another one for the princely sum of $20, no. That is out of print. And if you say, you know what, I would like, I would really like to see a sequel to the FOSSA Star Trek module, The Witness for the Defense. It's never going to happen, right? I get it. You can own the core rules and just produce stuff until the end of time and you don't need support. But a lot of people like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I wish it were possible to go to a store and buy a good AD&D module with advanced Dungeons and Dragons, not Adventures Deep and Dark. Wink, wink, wink. You know, I wish that you could just go pick up stuff like that at the store again. I kind of view it like this. If you have a guitar and you really know how to jam, you can play music until your fingers fall off. But isn't it nice to put on the radio or pull up something on Spotify and listen to some Zeppelin every now and again? Imagine if you couldn't do that. Well, I want to listen to some music. Do you know how to play? No. You're out of luck. Mark Hoover. How green was my mutant? That's right. Although I think How Green Was My Mutant was Metamorphosis Alpha, which I have a huge box set. By the way, this Metamorphosis Alpha box set, we got to do a deep dive on that. It is on loan from Volcano God. It will be returning to his clutches soon. Slade had a rabbit with wings that could time travel. Isn't that what Jerry Cornelius had in the Chronicles of Quorum? No, he had a cat. He had a psychic cat with wings. That's right. So anyway, that is what I mean by dead game versus live game. Now you take, I don't know. Looking around here, I don't have any new RPGs. No, I don't have any new RPGs that are still quote unquote supported. I just like the idea. Which Metamorphosis? Yeah, it is the giant coffee table box set of Metamorphosis Alpha. Am I going to play Legion of Gold for Gamma World? I don't own a copy. I did own a copy briefly. And I mean briefly, like a few years ago, but I had a GW1, GW2, and GW3, I think, and they were in excellent shape, but I had to sell them because I needed money. A shelf full of dead RPGs. That's right, and I love them. I absolutely love them. Every single one of them. Oh, message. So, but I will say this: every RPG lives as long as you play it from an enjoyment standard. And I mean every RPG. Guys, I don't care what you like. All right? I genuinely don't care what you like. Do I have Top Secret? Slade Wilson. I do not have a copy of Top Secret, unfortunately. That is one in the multiple collections that people have given me over the years, and I have inherited quite a few. Nobody seems to have ever had a copy of Top Secret. Or maybe they do, and it's just so secret I can't find it. Where are my copies of Chainmail and Outdoor Survival? Well, I only have one copy of Chainmail left. I had 5 shrink wrap copies, one of which I sent to Iraq in a box of game supplies for Ziggurat Con, which was the role-playing and wargaming convention held in the Green Zone in Iraq back in 2006, I think. The rest of which I slowly sold off. So I only have my single copy of Chainmail over here. And this is one of the comb-bound ones. It's not one of the saddle stitch ones in the middle. Nothing too special about this other than Gary's autograph, which I don't think you guys can see. It's very light compared to the rest of the ink. I will wonder probably until the day I pass from this earth, whatever happened to that copy of Chainmail. I wonder who got it. I wonder what happened to it. Did they play it? Did it get discarded? Did it get left in Iraq? Is there a shrink-wrapped copy of Chainmail sitting on a bookshelf somewhere in Iraq? Who knows? Outdoor Survival is knocking around here, so it may be in one of the storage bins over there, but I don't know. It should be noted, all of Goodman Games MA material can be used with Gamma World. Excellent. I have a considerable stack of Goodman Games Goodman Games Metamorphosis Alpha around here also. I am not 100% sure if Volcano God wants that back as well as this set. He does want his box set up here back. I know he wants that back. Someday a future archaeologist will discover it and imagine the head scratching. Danny hates to leave before the stream is over, but you must. We will have a great evening, Danny. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Be good. Please like if you like the stream. Give us a thumbs up. Let's see here. So what do we have for this fine Friday evening? Greetings, Death Angel's Shadow. Danny leaves and Death Angel Shadow comes back. How do I know they're not the same person? I've never seen them in the chat at the same time. Death Angel Shadow, I just saw you for the first time. Holy Grail coming from Goodman Games, the Captain's Bracelet. Oh, very cool. Let's see. Sorry for the dumb question. Do I know whatever happened to GURPS? Yes. It's still there. It's still around. In fact, in turning around and looking at this stuff, like I've got a one or two GURPS books over here. I've got George R.R. Martin's GURPS Wild Card from SJG. And, oh, look, there's 4077 on the back. I guess you guys can't see that too well. Right there. But yeah, I have George R.R. Martin's Wild Cards GURPS book. I know nothing about GURPS, so I am not even a little bit kidding. For all my consideration and RPG playing and that sort of thing, I don't know anything about GURPS. I do know that lots of people own lots of GURPS books. Michael Connor, hail Michael Connor, Unbreaded, and they speak very highly of it. I read the first 3 GURPS books. I read the first 3 Wild Cards books and enjoyed them. GURPS is for the Chrome lover. Unicycle Peon, greetings, good to see you. The precursor to GURPS, the Fantasy Trip, is back in print with lots of support. So I have heard. TFT was a much beloved game. I have the precursor to the Fantasy Trip. That's right. I have the precursor to the Fantasy Trip. See if I can get this out. I've shown this before. I have Dragons of Under-Earth. And that is a minty new old stock copy. Years ago, I can now officially say years ago, we did a live unboxing of Dragons of Under-Earth. And I found this online. I found it on eBay. And it was like the princely sum of $20, and it was still in shrink wrap. So I remember War Games West catalog, Halsey, but I never opened a copy. I never ordered any game copies from them. I'm sorry. I'm looking at a bunch of stuff and trying to talk to you. But yes, I remember War Games West. No, I never ordered from them, unfortunately. So maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do a Dragons of Under-Earth character creation one night, or play some Dragons of Under-Earth on live stream. And that, it is my understanding, I could be wrong about this, if somebody knows the history better than me, and you want to call me out on this, I will absolutely accept your criticism. But it's my understanding that Steve Jackson himself created the core system that went into the Fantasy Trip, that went into Dragons of Under-Earth and Lords of Under-Earth, and so on. And he didn't feel like he was getting his due from metagames. And so he split from them. He split and took his own games and started Steve Jackson Games. And Metagames just kept publishing their own stuff until they just eventually dwindled down to nothing. And a few years ago, SJG just acquired all of their IP. So he basically got his own stuff back. Death Angel, did someone just say breaded? As in football, cube, no gold bar. That's funny. GURPS is like a hero system stunted little brother. There was actually a GURPS hero system or GURPS champions or something. There were some weird game mashups, let me tell you, in the 80s and 90s. There was a little bit of intersection between hero system and Mike Pondsmith's rule system that he uses for a lot of his stuff. Yeah, I'm afraid to look at the Steve Jackson Games catalog because I might see GURPS D&D, or worse yet, GURPS Bill Sylvie. It's like, it's fairly thin volume. That would be kind of scary. Me statted up in GURPS. GURPS, My Little Pony, I shouldn't wonder. No, you shouldn't. Don't wonder that. It could happen. I like New Glarus Spotted Cow. It was very good. I had it for the first time at GaryCon in 2018, and I quite liked it. Pretty tasty. Might be out of sync with my stream. I've been on dad duty for the last 50 minutes. That is much more important than my stream. Never have to worry about seeing GURPS, an actual good game. That's right. It was Hero Fusion or Champions Fusion or something like that. Do I have a copy of Caverns of Thracia? I used to have Caverns of Thracia, but like so many things, it had to be sold off. They did GURPS Dungeon Fantasy, but the characters are 250 points, which is like 5th level to start. They just didn't get it. Yeah. Hasbro Watsy would say Milo. I will tell you guys just a heartwarming story. I used to have friends over. I used to have people over here at the house. The cessation of it had nothing to do with the human malware, but I didn't have a big table out here in the office or anything like that, and we played AD&D out in the dining room on the dining table. And I had all the Dwarven Forge set out. I carefully put the minis away, but putting away the Dwarven Forge just would have been a plastic hassle. So I went to bed, and I got up the next morning, and my daughters, like 3 and 8 at that time, using their little hard plastic My Little Pony minis and the dice they could find, had created an ad hoc role-playing game. And my older daughter, Charlotte, was doing her absolute best at GMing an adventure for both of them with their My Little Ponies. And just making up on the spot what was needed to roll to do certain things. And it was wonderful. My wife came and woke me up and motioned for me to be quiet, coming down the hall and leaning into the dining room, just looking around the corner because they had their backs to the breezeway into the dining room. It was heartwarming. It was absolutely wonderful. I liked it a lot. I have a fusion game over here, though. And I just... coincidentally, it's touching the GURPS one. I have, I don't know if it's Fusion or not. It's Mecton Zeta. And what is that button next to it? Oh, that's Cyberpunk 2020. I have Cyberpunk 2020 and Mecton Zeta. I have a few Mecton odds and ends over yonder. Perhaps we can look at Mecton one night. Sengoku was made using fusion and is a triumph. Great story. I'm kicking myself, though, for not getting the Bubblegum Crisis and Armored Trooper Votoms RPGs. I always thought, but what do I need these for? I really like Bubblegum Crash and Bubblegum Crisis back in the day, and I wish I'd gotten them. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Fuchsia. They had moved some of the Dwarven Forge around, but I didn't mind. I didn't care at all. It was a pretty sweet moment. Old Grognard says, I had Mechton Z before I went in the army back in 96, gave it to one of my friends before I left. Very cool. Death Angel said I had Cyberpunk 2020, but most of my friends wanted to play Shadowrun. Boo! Boo! Orcs and elves in Cyberpunk. Boo! Cyberpunk 2020 is better. Although it's still not fantastic. There was a bunch of mech games. Yeah, by R. Talsorian. It was Mechton. There was Road Striker, Mechton 2, and MTS. Road Striker was basically Transformers meets Miami Vice. I'm not kidding. It was that much of a mashup. Oh, good Lord. Yes, Mark. There was absolutely a mech game series. That was what was like the foundational thing for FASA back in the day, was Mech Warrior. Originally, it was Battle Droids. Then they changed it to Battletech. The role-playing game half was Mech Warrior. Palladium had Robotech, that's right. Yeah, no Elven Deckers, I'm sorry. Fuchsia, reach out to me. I'm going to, you can see my email going by there, bsylvie@gmail.com, and I will discuss that. I will discuss that with you. Yes, there is a fee. When they made Mechton Z, they built Road Striker in. Very cool. Good to know. I'm just catching up with y'all's chats here. It's been a very lively chat tonight with you folks out there in chat. The chat, as I call you. You're the chat. Which is French. I guess I'm calling you the cat. I don't know. Death Angel's Shadow. I really want to try out some Traveler. They've put up the Kyle signal. The Kyle signal has been lit. Someone has asked to try Traveler. Jack, we had 131 people in chat on Monday. Or Tuesday, rather. Was it Monday or Tuesday? It was jumping. But we had over 100. We had like, I think it tickled 131 and then started coming back down. Robot Warriors was my jam, and that led to Battletech and Robotech. Robot Warriors was that was the Hero System battle mech game, and like all things Hero System, it basically was just Hero System. I super couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. I like my robot battles to be robot. Oh, thank you, Fuchsia. Thank you. The chat wishes me a super great evening. Peace be with you. Peace be with you too. Oh, my opinions of Caverns of Thracia. Well, we're kind of going over on time a little bit, but The little bit I was instructed by a friend who is unfortunately no longer amongst us, may you rest in peace, Scott, not to read too much of Caverns of Thracia. So I didn't get much into it. It was always to be held out. I can do a deep dive on it one day. I can acquire a copy if you guys want again. It was weird because the copy I had felt like it was printed on newsprint, which was very strange. It was like Judges Guild said, what is the cheapest possible method of printing? I mean, literally, short of you calling a phone number at your expense and writing it down on your hand, writing the module information down on your hand, because we play it on a tape. What is the cheapest method of printing that we can do for Caverns of Thracia and most of their products? And they did that. And they didn't get better for a long time. I'll let you know, Fuchsia. I see the top of Sapphire's head in the green room. Camera, whoop! Almost got a face reveal. I could have popped that over. So we're waiting on one more person, and then we'll get starting. Death Angel said I had to buy Traveler twice. First time I ordered the box set and got a boxed module instead by the shipper. Then ordered just the book. Finally got it. Then they do a 2022 update. Yes, Gamma World is going to start very soon, AJ Pickett, and I hope you folks out there, the chat, as I call you, will have we'll have a lot of fun watching us play Gamma World. Gamma World deserves $5. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm in the presence of Prussian royalty. Bernard von Schulman. Von Schulman is here. Stand up at attention. Von Schulman is here. You can actually run Traveler and Mekton. That'd be interesting. There's something for you to try out. Kyle would be a giant robot traveler. Good morning, Wave of Mutilation, you mutant, you. Watching and kibitzing. Awesome. So we're waiting on one more person to get going, and then we'll get going. Fear not. Baltic German nobility. I've not played Gamma World in like 40 years. Well, awesome. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you will hang out and enjoy it. Yes, you can build power armor using Mekton. I used to do like ridiculous over the top missiles, more missiles, all the missiles, Macross like mechs. I used to build clunky, stompy robots like Battletech using Mekton MTS. Sometimes I would build stuff like power armor, like from Appleseed using Mekton MTS, which was always a lot of fun. Yeah, you know what's funny about that maximum metal supplement? I might still have that kicking around here somewhere. I used to have a big collection of Cyberpunk 2020 stuff, and I gradually thinned it out over the years, and maximum metal was one that I hung on to for a long time, and then I eventually got rid of it. Your power armor home is Palladium, Heroes Unlimited, and Rifts. I like it. Hey man, whatever scratches your itch, okay? We're all about loving the old school stuff. I myself, now this is going to be a little obscure for most of you guys, and unfortunately, I don't have the model kit handy. Well, it's over. Okay, so let me show you guys this. I'm sorry, we're still waiting on one more person to join the game, and after I talk about this, if they're not there, they come in the room. But I've already started talking about this, so I'll finish this up. I'm going to show you guys because I can just reach it right over here and get it. I look like hell. I wish I'd grabbed a shower this afternoon. Anyway, so those of you who did a lot of Japanese model kits will probably know this, but some of you might not. There's an extremely talented mechanical artist and draftsman in Japan who became a sensation in the garage kit bash world, and his name is Kao Yokoyama. And when Hobby Japan did a big spread of Mobile Suit Gundam when it was new, and they came out, he was so cheesed off because he thought Gundam stuff looked silly. You know, big mechs with spiky horns and, 200 feet tall and all that whatnot. He spent a weekend kit bashing what he considered more realistic powered armor kits. Like powered armor like you put on, like Starship Troopers, the book, not the movie. Powered armor, right? And it evolved into his own universe, his own world of mid-distant future warfare on Earth called Maschinenkrieger. And I have this massive kit. And I'm not sure how well you guys can see the power armor kits in the corner. This kit actually comes with the large spaceship in the center. But he made these all out of various parts. This is a flipped over F1 race car model. And these shield parts over here are Porsche model kit doors. And he manufactured a limited number of sets. Well, he came up with some loose fluff text to support his world. He came up with some loose fluff text to support his world. I would love someone to do an RPG set in the Maschinenkrieger universe. There was a tabletop war game. Unfortunately, it is rare and hard to find, and it is chit and hex based. It's not one of those that if somebody was like, "Hey, I'll get this for Bill," I would play every weekend. It's not like Space Hulk, and I play Space Hulk unfortunately very little. I would play it never. It would be a cool looking thing on my shelf that just sat there and gathered dust, much like that kit that I need to assemble does. So anyway, let us play, because I know a lot of you people came to see this. Let us play some classic Gamma World, and we will welcome in. Now, these folks are all from the chat. I just recruited them. Not just recruited, but I recruited them. So be nice as we welcome in Doomsword Deathmaster's Turgo.
Hey, what's up?
You.
Yeah.
Sapphire as 4077. Good evening, young lady. She is muted. Kevin on his third character in 2 weeks. Do Re Mi.
Hello.
And I think that's all of us. Is that all of us? I think we're all.
Yeah. You got one more. You got one more. Bring it up the anchor.
Tonka Todd is the one and only Bogo Jorts.
Howdy.
Howdy. All right. So, when last we left, our intrepid adventurers You had discovered a vehicle of the ancients in the ruins of Lanta. Your own vehicle, having taken some damage and no longer able to function, you had trekked across the dangerous mutant and monster-filled city ruins to recover a small quantity of fuel to bring back and try and power this apparently very nearly perfect car. The problem is you encountered a deadly blash along the way. It doesn't appear that anyone was too badly injured, although 4077 got a bit of a tan when the thing approached too close. So you have your fuel. We'll see you around, Jack Photon. Thank you for being here tonight. What is it you wish to do?
Hey, Bill, kind of a quick thing. Since we have so many new players, do you maybe want to give a little background on the players?
Well, why don't I let you guys introduce your characters then? Doomsword, tell us about Turgo.
Oh, yeah, that's the wrong name, actually. Hang on, let me fix that.
Oh, it is. That is.
Yeah. Normally I fix that right away, but I missed it. Is it going to let me change that? There it goes.
There you go.
Hang on a second.
So he's not Turgo. He's my brother.
Yeah, and I was mad that I was going to have to describe my guy, but now I'm glad because I got to actually put his correct name in there.
Numbers?
Yes, yeah, that's correct. It's Numbers. He's about a little over 6 feet tall, about 180 pounds, not fat, not thin, just full of muscle and jerk, basically. He's sun-baked from being out in the wasteland, and he don't take nothing from nobody. He's got, a number of tattoos on him, and he's alluded to the fact that maybe each one of them has a meaning, and that's where he takes his name.
All right. Sapphire, tell us about 4077.
4077 came to the group a little bit later. She was a medic, very much needed in this world, synthetic. Somehow, in one of our adventures, got exposed to some radiation and eventually developed a mutation. So, unbeknownst to her, she developed wings and can fly. So, it's been interesting.
She is the party's angel.
Yes.
Of no mercy. Now, Kevin, I know you have developed a rich, deep background, but can you limit it to about 10 to 20 minutes of narration and bring up for Deadly?
So you read my description, huh? Yeah. So yeah.
As I have time, I've been very busy this week. Thank you for the hard.
My character is named Dore Mai, not May, not me, but Mai. And he's a pure strain human, no mutations. Grew up as a scavenger in Atlanta, and he happened to scrounge up a slug thrower. He is a little quirky. He's inquisitive. He's quite headstrong, and he'll probably die in the next session or two. Just that's how this works.
Now, come on, don't be down. Everybody could die in the next session or two.
Oh, agreed. I'm not upset about it. I'll just roll another one.
And
I'll put Junior next.
Dore Junior.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact,
it's going to be Dore Moo.
Sapphire's pushing it because she bought a miniature. When I paint that thing, the odds of you dying go up to like 2 to 1. So I'm just warning you.
Take your time.
Easy way character slain is to buy and paint a miniature for that character.
Do one feather at a time. Take you a while.
Well, I tell you what, if if the good folks at Wizards of the Coast keep screwing up like they are, and I keep having to do news reports, time is not something I'm going to have a great deal of. All right, Tonka, I hear you over there. Tell us all about Bogo Jorts.
Well, he's the most adorable member of the party, and he stands 21 whopping inches tall. Some have called him troublemaker. Some have
Or
called
Chucky.
him button put. Yes. Some have called him tamer of wild large insects. But to you, he's just Bogo.
I don't know. That insect taming didn't come in handy last time.
All right, cool. So we're wrapping up now.
Is my
Okay.
volume better, or is it worse,
So
or
we-
the same?
I hear you fine, but then I have the studio headphones on and so on and et cetera.
I just noticed a
Okay.
difference between all of us and him. That's all.
Is it still there? Or
Yeah, it's better now for sure.
okay. Awesome.
Okay, I
Yep.
think we introduced ourselves. We have our setting. Let's get on in. This is what the people want.
Okay, so you did encounter some of the large insects, but you were not able to tame them. And you are slowly making your way through the ruins of Atlanta back to the building where you found your exotic ancient vehicle, which requires some fuel. So Numbers Rab has determined that is the problem.
Kind of a quick question for the group. Why exactly do we want to go to downtown Atlanta? What's there for us that we're dead set on getting there?
Hey, listen, all I know is I got orders, and I'm following them.
All right.
If you got a
There's
better
purpose
idea,
behind
then
it.
I mean, you can go talk to Rex if you want to. I prefer not to usually.
That's fine, as long as we got a
Who's-
purpose behind it. So,
Who's Rex?
Rex Dashington, the guy who's over dramatic, talks a lot, doesn't say much.
I never met him.
Oh yeah, I guess you haven't, have you? Well, never mind. The sun gets a little bit to my brain. Plus, my companions, as you can see, are a handful, right?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rex is the guy who sends us out on these missions and whatnot, back from this place where we all get together and hang out when we must.
Well, I'll follow you because I got nothing better to do.
Yeah. Well, I think the bot was leading us now.
I'm not a bot. I'm a synth.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of staying down, but I'm heading us in the direction back that when I was in the air found to be the best route.
Okay. Alrighty, so you make your way through the ruins, and about an hour of foot travel passes. You do not, you do not encounter anything else. There are many ruined buildings here and there. Pile of charred skeletons over here. Some of the buildings are almost virtually intact. Are you guys just making your way there directly? Are you stopping to do any exploration, anything like that?
As part of it, if there's any medical kind of buildings with like the universal symbol and that, I'd like to stop at those to see if I can pick up any kind of med kits or anything along the way, or medication, bandages, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had talked about keeping an eye out for any sort of fuel station or anything related to vehicle parts and that sort of thing.
And Bogo is keeping an eye peeled for any Barbie pink Jeeps that he could pimp around in.
What is this you speak of?
I'm looking for an easy bake oven for him to ride around in.
How about a microwave? We could just stick him in that, as long as it
Anyone-
works.
Oh,
Maybe I would grow if you stuck me in a microwave. Let's do it.
He might be one of those sponges that you put in.
I can help you with that. I can grab your arms and drag you in the air. Maybe I can stretch out. Mr. Armstrong?
Stretch monster.
okay. So it's just a little bit of a walk further, you think, back to the vehicle. As far as buildings that have the universal medical symbol on them, you don't pass any. But again, there are some that are complete ruins, and there are some that are in decent shape if you want to check any of them out.
Yeah, the decent shape ones, I think we should, because even offices and that usually will have in specific areas, especially in the front, boxes attached to them that might have these kind of supplies.
Okay.
Do we have like a breach procedure or something that we do, assuming that these doors are closed, or, what do we do?
Is
We just
there
walk up to it.
a small? Is there like a small hole or something Bogo could wiggle into?
Sure.
I describe what the symbol looks like, and I tell him if he finds something like that to let us know, and we'll get into there to help him, because odds are it's going to be too high for him to get unless he can get it down and bring it to us. If there's something he can stack in there. Chairs, desks, whatever.
Don't forget Bogo is a ninja. There's nothing he can't do.
Can you reach this stuff on the top shelf without assistance?
Oh yeah.
Are there other
Absolutely.
places? Is it just one opening that he can fit through, or what about the rest of us? Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, there's obvious doors that you guys could that you guys could fit through.
Well, I guess we're going to use the door then.
Who wants to open it? I'll propose that I keep my laser rifle ready and shoulder off to the left side of the entryway, as a normal procedure.
So I'll walk up to the first door and say, "Is this the door you guys want to go in? This one right here."
It works for me.
All right. Is there a window, or is it solid?
It's solid. I'm sorry, it's solid.
Okay. I'll look at it and see if I can. I mean, I'm assuming I know how to use a knob, but I've seen only a few. I'll see if I can open it by twisting the knob or pulling a lever.
Oops. Okay, you are eventually able to shove it in. There is a grating, squealing, squeaking sound.
And it's coming from the door?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, wow, that could have been a mouse or something. I'm going to open it just wide enough to fit through it and stick my head around the edge of it looking in. Is it dark?
Yeah, I mean, there's the little hole that Bogo was going to go through. Are you still going in through that through that small opening, Bogo?
Absolutely.
All right. So you hear a scurrying sound off to your left.
Bogo puts his hand on his vibro blade. He's ready. He's down to clown.
All right. So it is very dark in here.
I'll take my head out and I'll tell the guys that I can't see a thing. It's really dark in there.
All right.
And I'll try to push the door the rest
goggles.
of the way open.
Yeah, he's got those
I'll
fancy
slip
goggles.
I'll slip on the UVIR goggles and take a look in the hall once he's opened the door, keeping my rifle pointed directly down the hall, of course.
Okay.
How far away is Borgo from his entrance from this one?
Maybe a meter.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll take my slug thrower out and get ready to shoot something.
Well, you're in luck. There's nothing immediately that you see there to shoot. This is a large open space. A few crumbling bits of ancient items here and again, and in the center of it is what looks like a staircase that is going up. Off to one side, there's the wall with smooth, tarnished gray metal doors and a series of circular inset points next to each one.
Right, and we've seen those before, clearly. Scanning the perimeter, that's all I see.
Yes, that is all you see.
I'm going to follow up the rear. And
one set of the doors is... Okay, good.
I'm going to follow up the rear, and I'm going to take something that I can find around and just put it in the door so it doesn't lock and close completely. But I'm going to be the tail.
Okay. When I opened the door, it was dragging, right? The squeaking was because the door didn't fit well?
That is blocked.
Okay. Good. So we'll hear it too if somebody pulls that block out of the way.
For sure. So we got a staircase in the middle, and we got a lift on the left.
Mm-hmm.
When we look on the other side of the door, is Bogo in the same room or not?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we got a little thing over there too. Well, what do you want to do, ladies?
My needler's out, and I've got a poison dart. I'm ready.
We are not alone here.
What do you see, numbers?
Yeah, so we got a staircase, and we got a lift. We could take either one. I suppose I could take point along with Bogo, unless he wants to do that on his own. I'll back him up. I think he can see.
Yeah, but Bogo has an infravision.
Okay.
I have nothing that allows me to see in this. So unless it's ambient light coming from the doorway, I'm blind.
I'm with you right there. That's why I'm following up rear.
Yeah. I mean, anybody have a light on their suit or something? I know maybe that's not the best thing to do.
I will walk up to Do-Re-Mi. Is that right?
Do-Re-Mi, yeah.
And I'll hand you my vibro blade, so you can use that for at least a light source.
Okay, I look at it. Do I know how to use this?
Too.
I'm asking. Do I know how to use this? Have I seen one of these before?
With a little bit of instruction, you can use it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Wasn't there something about them things being time based though, in addition to like strike based? I could be wrong. Well, they eat up our.
They are time based. They are. Let me check my notes.
a vibro blade has 30 minutes on a single energy cell.
I do have a vibro blade too. I picked up, so we just need one
Yeah,
of the
so they're
back here
basically
then.
torches.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
So
20 minutes for a vibro blade.
is it one enough for both of us to see, or do we need both?
The light from this thing is not much more if you think of like a glow stick.
Okay. So 5 feet, basically, and then dim from that point forward.
Yeah, maybe a
Okay.
meter and a half. Yeah.
Okay. Communists. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll leave them out. I I don't want to waste somebody else's stuff, but the alternative is falling down the stairs or something.
Maybe not if you're careful. Let me tell you, them hydrogen cells is hard to come by.
Well, if we use one at a time, and then we can spread out between the two of them, we just kind of stick together and stay as a group, which we need to do anyway for protection. We don't need something getting in the middle of our group and splitting us up. So,
All right. Well, I'll turn mine off then, and I'll just hold it waiting for something.
okay, so I'll use my vibroblade then.
All right, let's let Bogo creep up quietly. I'll follow him up when he gives the signal. I'm sure it's some sort of weird noise he uses.
Well, Bogo is going to take this time to go investigate the scurrying noises he heard when he first went through the hole.
Okay. You explore around a little bit. The scurrying noises are very close to you. They're all around you. Every time you take a step, you hear the scurrying noises.
Vermin! Vermin!
I'm going to look at his feet. Is it him or is it something else?
Yeah, that's
It's him. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I think we're okay. It's just ghosts. It's just ghosts.
So, are we going to try to explore the bottom floor here? Are we going to go straight up the stairs? What y'all want to do?
We could take the stairs or the lift, either way.
I think we should probably go up.
Yeah, let's take the stairs.
There's going to be better stuff up than I think down here.
The stairs are better. Today is leg day workout for Bogo.
Yeah, because I'm not flying inside this building.
Or wing day, for that matter. As you are rapidly finding out.
Yeah,
So
I think I'm
Bogo
going to
will
stay on
just-
the ground for a while.
Bogo will start. Are these steps like? How are these steps in comparison to my diminutive size? Like, am I going to have to like pull myself up each one, or?
It's a climb. I mean, it's like
Numbers, are you going to help them and like pick them up for each step?
Imagine stairs that come up to your knees. That's about what Bogo's got going on.
No,
Okay.
I'm not touching him.
Is there a hand railing?
Yes, there is.
Okay, Bogo will just climb up to the top of the hand railing and just walk up the hand railing.
All right. Okay. So how far ahead of the party are you reconnoitering, Bogo?
I would say what about? Well, it's, for Bogo's perspective, it's quite a bit. To theirs, it probably wouldn't be that much, but I would say maybe 7-8 feet, 10 foot, maybe.
Okay. All right. So about 3.3 meters.
Sure, if you want to use communist measurements, yeah.
And I do. comrade.
This is the only good
Gamers
thing
of the
communists do.
world, you have nothing to lose but your new school games. All right. Walter Starr, welcome. Good to see you. So you begin to meander upwards. Bogo staying 7 or 8 feet and climbing along the railing. As you round your way up to the second floor, it is similarly mostly clear of items. There's a few stacks and so on and etc. A voice in the darkness calls out, and all of you hear this. Bah, who goes there? Identify yourself at once. Bah.
Bogo Jorts, I am.
Come here. I have a device of the ancients. And you are illuminated by a circle of bright white light. Do not move. I will kill you if you show any aggression. And you hear heavy footsteps.
Bogo instinctively reaches out like a baby wanting to be picked up.
That's
Okay.
aggression. I think that's aggression.
Seemed, yes.
Quick shout out, AJ. Thank you.
Oh my god. You dare use your mutant powers on me? You hear a twang. Bogo, you are struck by a crossbow bolt from the arbalest that he was holding.
Oof.
And yeah, we're using the old encounter reactions that AD&D does in a pinch like this, and I rolled a 1. Hostile immediately attack. You saw your strange little self raise up your hands and fired his crossbow that he was covering you with. So unfortunately, you are struck and bolt. Well, you're definitely man-sized or smaller, but you do have your force field up, so it prangs off of your force field. And that is just for the sake of discussion, because after your force field takes a certain amount of damage, it will drop in the round. You take 4 points of force field damage. Good Lord, they are on fire. You take 1 point of force field damage. And you hear heavy feet. The rest of you are hearing this, by the way. Bum, bum, bum.
Right.
And let's see. Treat that as a pole arm. What is Bogo's armor class?
Bogo's armor class is AC 4.
AC 4. Okay, let's see. Armor class 4. That's going to be chancy. Let's see. So that is a weapon class. I don't think that's going to hit you. 4. Yeah, no. Something very heavy. You actually glance over and see a large metal pole with an axe blade that is half of Bogo's size slammed down into the floor next to you. Let's get declarations now from the party. What is Bogo doing? You're kind of at the epicenter of the anger going on here.
And I don't know why. I'm adorable. Bogo's going to shoot him with one of these paralysis shots from his needler.
Okay. What is Numbers going to do? You're a few meters behind him, kind of around and down, because he was up on the landing when all this went down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I envisioned. Hearing that noise and that sort of thing, I'll go ahead and cross the last few steps to get up onto the landing or
Okay.
whatever, looking straight ahead, with my rifle ready.
Okay. What is Dore doing?
I'm gonna. So, is it dark up there? I assume it is.
It is.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn on the vibroblade and I'm gonna walk up the stairs to the top, or I'll get up there as quickly as I can without falling down.
Okay. And finally, how about 4077?
How tall is the stairwell? I mean, height wise, can I fly?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe I could like fly up there, but I'll change my to a paralysis and join the group.
Okay. You dial up the paralysis dart, and you're staying with a group. Numbers, you step around Bogo, and there are 3 mutated humanoids. One is rather elephantine, and he is rearing back with what appears to be some kind of pole arm, like he is going to strike Bogo. Perhaps 10 or 15 meters away is another one that looks like a very heavy set tigeroid kind of creature, and he is pulling back the foregrip of some kind of bolt projector, a crossbow, yes. And the other one is a little bit closer and appears to be sort of canine and is likewise preparing another bolt.
Quick question: the guy who's how far is Bogo away from me?
You moved around and completed your steps. Bogo was only like 3.3 meters away, and given your speed and quickness of action, you were able to cover that distance like that. So you are essentially next to Bogo.
Right. So basically, point blank on the guy that's trying to attack him, and the other guys are a little further off, equidistant or something. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Do they seem to react to seeing me with wings?
No, actually, they don't. They do not. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. We'll go ahead, Bogo, since the surprise is over. What is Bogo going to do now?
I'm gonna paralyze. I'm gonna shoot the guy with the paralyzer shot from my needler.
Okay, you're going to try and paralyze. Dore, you're holding your position there.
Well, if I'm at the top of the stairs and I can actually see, then I'll try to engage somebody in melee. But if I can't see it, then I'm just going to hang back and try to defend.
Yeah, it's pretty dark up here. I give you a mild disadvantage because you can see faintly, but
Well, I don't know. Didn't they have a bright light on Bogo? So it should be pretty lit up, shouldn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, one of them does have the searchlight on. So yes, you can see. Thank you for calling me out there.
Yep.
Yeah, he sits.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna charge at the first thing I see that's not us, and I'm gonna swing vibroblade.
All right. So you're attacking the one that is trying to strike Bogo, and finally, you've moved up there. What is 4077 doing?
I will check the next one in line because I am assuming that whoever's next to the one that Bogo and Dore are going to go after will probably target them next. So I'll try to paralyze the next in line so they don't get immediately attacked.
Okay, so you have 2 at distance and you have 1 in melee. Are you shooting at one of the 2 across the room, or the one
Correct.
that is in melee? Oh, you're shooting at 1 across the room. Okay.
Yeah, because I figured 2 on 1, they should be able to handle it, and then I'll take out, hopefully, one of the ones that would be charging them.
Gotcha. And not to forget, numbers, what are you doing in this round?
Yeah, I think I've decided to peg the guy in the middle with my laser rifle.
Okay. By the guy in the middle, you mean the pike wielder?
No, the pike wielder was attacking Bogo, right? The other guy had some sort of energy weapon. The guy, the monkey in the middle with all the guys.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy with the energy weapon.
Alrighty. Go ahead and take your shot then. Numbers grab has a preternaturally high dexterity, so he actually goes before initiative. He's that fast.
Which is pretty sweet. All right, I'm going to take my shot. That's a 11 on a weapon class 13.
Okay. Oh, and I missed it. By the way, thank you for the $1.99 New Zealand. Who was that sent that? AJ, thank you. Thank you for the super. Really appreciate that, my friend. That one scooted by. So you rolled an 11. His armor class is not great, but you absolutely blast him. Roll your damage.
We're going French.
All right, I just needed to get the appropriate number of d6s. That's 4, 7, 15, and 6 is 21.
Okay, he screams in rage at the damage you have done to him. Now we're going to roll initiative, and Bogo, since you're basically on the tee, getting ready to be struck here, why don't you roll initiative for the party?
I will be using my green 6-sided dice for those keeping score at home.
All right.
And I rolled a big old 4.
A big old 4. Okay. Numbers. How did you put that characters tonight? Party will go first. Bogo, do your thing.
Alrighty, here we go. I'll be following that up by using the green 20-sided for those keeping score at home. Please hit something, Bogo. I rolled an 11.
All right. An 11. And your Vibro Blade is weapon class?
Oh, it's not a vibro blade. It's my needler.
Yep.
Your needler. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep, you were doing paralysis on it.
Your needler is weapon class 11, and you rolled a...
And I rolled an 11.
All right. 11 and 11. That is actually not sufficient. Your needle planks off some of his armor. Perhaps it's his hide. 4077, take your shot.
Okay. I've got the needler too. I'm rolling a 20. Decided, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me put these stupid reading glasses on because these dice are so freaking tiny. I got a 16.
That will hit.
Okay.
And
I'm doing the paralysis for the needler.
Correct. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll 3 6-sided dice.
Okay.
And that is our poison strength. And then we're going to compare that to his con.
Okay. Let's see, that is 12.
A 12. Okay. So poison matrix, strength of, 12. All right, he slumps to the floor. And finally, last but not least, Do-Ray.
All right, I'm going to attack with the vibroblade.
All right. You're attacking the melee man with the vibroblade.
I have a 17.
That will hit him.
Yeah.
And that is
no mods. Yep. Okay.
25 points of damage, and he screams in pain, and you hear the sizzle of blood as it fries with the high-pitched molecular whine of the vibroblade cutting through the air.
Sounds good to me.
You have an anti-fan who has super chatted logo. Just zork him. Thank you for the super, Fuchsia. I'm not sure how thankful.
Hey, just make the zooting as cool as possible, and I'm straight.
Fine. All right. So they counterattack. Well, the two of them counterattack. The pikesman leans back because he was already in his he was already teeing off. He does in fact prang you. Unfortunately, it's not going to be super cool because you've got your force field up.
Well, but hang on, I gotta tell on myself here, Bill. Remember, Bogo with his force field on has basically jumped off the top of a tall building when I missed the big moth thing, and I was hit another time in the force field. There was something else around the same time that hit me. So plus the 5 points taken away from this one, if there's 25 points per force field, what would be my force field strength now? Because I'm thinking, could this be the force field's just gone, and maybe Bogo don't know?
Your force field generation, like it's essentially per attack. So like in a round, if you got hit with 12 points, 1 point, and 3 points, your force field would still be hit, but if you got hit with 12 points, and 12 points, you would take 36 minus 25. You would take 11 points of damage. So you actually
I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you zoot me. I was trying to let that $20 ride.
The yeeting will still happen. The yeeting may still happen. Sorry.
It looks like Doom is like trying to keep you alive there. Maybe, I don't know.
Dang it! I dropped it on the floor. All right, let's see. So that is 8 points of damage. Your force field flickers fitfully as the primitive pole arm pounds the pusillanimous pygmy. Okay.
Isn't that redundant? A pygmy versus a pygmy?
But it's so pusillanimous.
This guy's giant. Doomsword just matched that. Thank you, Doomsword, for matching that. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for the super.
You're gonna have to make a mini of Bogos so that my mini can carry him.
A memorial mini. I mean, assuming something terrible happens to him here.
A mini.
Fuchsia is like, Bogo with his force field on has consumed his battery. Bogo's history. Fuchsia wants. I don't know what you've done to piss off Fuchsia out there in the audience, Todd, but I'd apologize if you want your character.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Fuchsia was one of the unlucky ones that took pity on Bogo and picked him up like a small child the first time she saw him.
Yes.
Well, we got like $40 out there waiting for Bogo to die. So.
Well, hey, just remember when Bogo dies, the good news is that the chat the peanut gallery can use super chats to roll for the new characters' mutations.
Or to use the life chamber.
But do we really want to, though?
Probably not. You can do better than that.
Okay. Fuchsia's having having a schizoid embolism. Fuchsia now says, "I love BOGO." Sean
It's
Hall
okay.
does not want. Mark Hoover wants to make up his mind.
You're the center of the universe, my friend.
Any of you guys who do live streams, if you ever want to mess with somebody and they like drop $20, just like lose your mind and start thanking them for the $200 they just super chatted you. Ramble.
Nice.
Man.
So we've got one down and two
changed-
still
I
up
changed
fighting
sides.
us.
Fuchsia the Mercurial has changed sides and now wants BOGO to live.
At this point, don't we have to like? I don't want to break immersion or whatever, but don't we have to like push you over $100 or something?
That's entirely up to you guys. I'm not getting between you guys and the soups there. So BOGO must live. Fuchsia changed his size. It's a new round. What is Numbers Rab doing? There are two of these big, heavy set mutants. One has a crossbow. One is still standing with the big pike-like weapon. This is total chaos. And folks, just for the audience and just for all future games, it's not pay to win. Okay, there's not loot crates here. Right? They can't pay me to find a suit of power armor that just happens to have slots for armored wings, although that is kind of a sexy mental image and I need to stop. But no,
I'm not going to complain if it happens.
This is just out of the, oh my God. Oh, sweet Sue. That is very nice of you guys. Thank you. Would I though? Bob asked, would I though? Design the armor. And then Safi never talks to me again. Okay.
No.
New round. Numbers Rab, what are you doing? There's two of the mutants are still up.
Right, the one in the middle that I blasted. I'm sorry, I kind of blanked out on that. He's done. What's his name?
He's still up.
He's still up. Oh, they killed the other one. All right.
No, I paralyzed the other one.
Paralyzed, right? I got you.
That was all me. I'm the cool one.
All right. Well, where's your super chat? Yeah.
I'm playing.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot the guy in the middle. The guy I already pegged with the laser rifle.
Okay. What is BOGO Jorts doing?
Well, BOGO is going to attempt to climb to the top of the Elephant Man.
Okay. I think that is a melee attack, so.
I never thought I would hear such a term.
I don't know. I
You're gonna
dropped
climb
him
to
on
the top of the
last one,
elephant,
so
man.
He likes doing that thing. He's like a little monkey.
Okay. Doe, what is Doe doing?
So the guy stabbed. Is he still twitching
Oh,
or
yeah.
moving?
Yeah, he's now pivoted and is you're not sure who he's going to attack yet.
Okay, well, I really don't care. I'm going to attack him again.
Okay, and finally, what is 4077 doing?
I'm going to target the next farther one. Because there's
Alrighty.
2 on 1, and we've got the other one. That there might be 2 of us on that one, but I had some luck with the last one. Let's see if I can do it again.
That is correct. Numbers, take your shot.
My pleasure. That's a 5. Weapon class 13.
That will not hit. Actually, that your beam lights up the room as it superheats the air and the dust, but That will miss. Now let's roll initiative. Kevin, roll initiative for this.
Yep. I have a 4.
You have a 4. Okay. It is a tie. All this is happening simultaneously. You and the pikesmen are hitting each other at the same time. What is Doray's armor class, please?
What is it? I got a carapace. It's 4.
Your armor class is 4. Okay. Let's see. So armor class is 4. I mean, that's yeah, he hit you. That was a 17. So he
Okay.
pranged you, and you take 5 points of damage. Counterattack.
Yeah, I rolled a 12. Yeah, weapon type 5. Class is 5.
That will hit.
Okay, it's 25 points then. Take that.
Okay. All right, and you had hit him before. He staggers back. He is badly injured. That hurt him quite a bit. Bogo, you're trying to climb the guy. How many hit dice does Bogo have?
Bogo has a constitution of 14.
14. Okay. Give me a d20 roll, please.
Okay, this is big, guys. This is big. I'm using the white d20. Here we go.
All right.
Everyone say a little prayer for Bogo. And I rolled a 2. It's been nice knowing you, Bogo.
All right. You run across the floor. You go to leap on him, and there is a splash of blood just hits you, and you can't see anything. You hope it's not from one of your allies. So you miss completely.
And you slide into the wall.
Crossbow shoots at numbers. That will prang off of your armor. And
Sweet.
Sapphire, take 4 a 7/7 shot.
All right. And that is a 16 again.
That will hit. Roll 3d6, please.
That's a 13.
That's a 13. Okay. Probably going to put that one out. Let's see. Not a great constitution on him. So poison matrix. You rolled a 16. His con is nowhere near good enough. He pitches backwards and falls to the floor. So there is one of them still up. He is very badly hurt. Numbers, what are you going to do in the next round? The one with a pike is still up, but he is holding the slash across his midsection that he got from Doray, and he is the only one of the mutants still on his feet.
All right. Well, I used my last charge, so I have to reload.
All right. So you're reloading in your phase.
Yes,
numbers. I'm sorry. Kevin. Did we lose our Kevin?
No, you didn't. But you broke up. I didn't hear what you said. Is it?
Yeah, it broke up for just a
What are you
second.
doing in this round?
Oh, I'm. If there's still people to hit, I'm going to keep hitting them. But
Okay.
yeah.
Alrighty. What about what about 4077?
I will also shoot him.
Okay.
I mean, if he goes down, I'll hold it, but if not, then I'll hit him with a paralysis as well, or try to.
All right. Todd, what is Bogo doing?
Well, Bogo is just a little miffed, and so he's pulling out one of his 4 frag grenades he has left.
Okay.
He's almost gone. You don't need to do that.
Bogo, he's
He's
about
trying to make the super.
It's called friendly fire.
Now Bogo does have just the little shotgun shell sized grenades. He's not talking about like a full, like baseball sized frag grenade, which for him would be like kettlebell sized.
Oh no,
So
no,
you're-
no, no! One of my homemade. Remember, we
Right,
did the shotgun shell.
Yeah. Bogo has little Bogo jorts sized grenades that are made out of shotgun shells. Jingle bells, shotgun shells. Bogo has grenades.
Nice.
That is going on this Christmas's cards. I'm telling you.
Glad to be of help. All right, so number flipping the handle open, pulling the cell out, putting it in his duty bag, pulling another cell out, slapping it in, pulling the lever shut. Let's roll initiative, and I think who has it here? Sapphire, why don't you roll initiative, please? A 4. Okay, so it is a tie, and you went almost completely silent there.
Sorry, 4.
It's okay. That is another super from Fuchsia. The God Smile on Bogo, the transfer of 15 hit points from my human fighter character, User the Fearsome, from 1981 to Bogo. Well, that's very thoughtful. We'll keep that in spirit. Thank you. That was an extremely awesome
I just
super.
wrote it down on my character sheet, Bill. Dadgummit, now I gotta erase it.
That's right.
Nice.
Welcome. Okay, so he throws down his pike, still holding his wounded midsection, and says, "Oh, mercy, please! No, don't kill me." What do you guys do?
I think we should not kill him and get some information from him. Get any kind of medical supplies. He knows this building.
Yeah, but what are you going to do afterward?
Okay. What about all this stuff is happening simultaneously. I heard grenades were being thrown and attacks were being made. So throw a grenade and swing sword.
Alrighty. Once again, using the white dice, Bogo loads up the grenade in his sling, and I rolled a 13.
We rolled a 13, and we treat those as sling stones. Sling stones. Use a sling stone. All right.
Have a yabba dabba do time?
Absolutely. So we'll treat that as a sling stone. That is a... Sling projectile. That is a weapon class 9. Five, weapon class 9, and you rolled a what?
13, good sir.
Okay. The thing bounces off his chest, and he catches it in his hand, and he says, "What's this?" Roll your...
no.
Oh yeah, baby. That's right. That's what happens when you mess with Bogo.
I turned my face. I don't want to get goo on myself.
And I'm trying to find my damage rollers on this. What did we say it was, Bill?
It's 2d6 for the shotgun shell grenades. 2d6 might potentially not kill him. We'll find out.
Well, at least on the plus side, we've got 2 that are out, so we can revive them to get information if we off this one.
If he has less than 9, he is dead.
Yeah. So the shotgun shell impacts him, and with a blast, he staggers back and falls to the ground. So, bereft of life, he rests in peace.
Or
Nice.
is, P says.
Yeah.
And you go in pieces, asshole.
Yeah. So there are 2 stunned
Let's
beast
tie them up.
men.
We're tying them up before they come
And
to.
a dead one.
Yeah, the dead one we're kind of pushing to the side.
Bogo is
Yes.
looting the dead one.
Oh, I'm taking the light, though. I'm taking the spotlight. That's mine.
Okay. I'm just putting that up there. That was AJ's super from earlier, and I missed it.
And
I don't have the YouTube tab open. I just have the.
and Doom matched again, too.
I saw
crazy
that.
kids.
Yeah.
Those crazy
Thank you,
kids.
thank you, Doom Sword. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I have new comments. Okay, so you tie up these 2, and you notice now that they have kind of rough green-gray uniforms. One of them has the light source, of course, and they have rough green-gray uniforms. Hang on a second. Is my Discord chat or text? It is mostly text. There is a voice channel. I never use it, but other folks are welcome to in the Discord if they want to go over there. But it is like 99% text and poop posting and memes is what we do over there, and show announcements and so on and etc. And occasionally college football talk, but I have other Discords for that. Okay, so trying to get back over to the PDF here. So these guys have obviously got some kind of common uniform on. They have some. You're not sure if the foodstuffs would be palatable to you, but they have like some basic flatbreads and some other like meats of some kind in pouches.
Oh, we're taking it. We're taking it. Dang tootin'.
Do they have any little buttons or little pins or anything on their uniforms?
They
Little
do
badges.
actually. They do actually. They have armbands. They have armbands, and they are tricolor, and they have Gamadian superimposed. Gamadian. I'm not sure how to. I'll try and find. That is.
Bogo will take one of the armbands and put it on his head to help accessorize his ninja look.
There's three of them, so I'm assuming there's 3 armbands. So I'll grab one and put it on. Because
well, I feel
ish.
So I suppose it's a triskel, a 3-armed thing. You guys still with me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, all right. Literally, my StreamYard screen went black. Just went pitch black, and I couldn't hear anything. And I honestly thought I had lost the connection. So yeah, it's a triskel. It's not a Gamadian, because a Gamadian looks like a certain symbol from the German National Socialist Workers Party in the 1930s. So we're not doing that.
Can it be a tri-Reich?
I don't know.
We'll avoid that one.
Yeah,
so I've got one. I've got one, and who's going to take the third one?
I guess I have to take the third one. Although the way I look, this is something I'm not too comfortable putting on right now.
Well, maybe Numbers wants it then.
Yeah, it's good either way.
Yeah, I'll take it if I must.
Okay.
Didn't one of these guys have an energy weapon?
Yep.
No, they all had crossbows.
Oh,
Well,
let's take a crossbow while we're at it. Who needs crossbows?
two of them had crossbows. One of them had the large metal pike, and it is huge. The one that you just killed with a grenade had the large metal pike, and he is he is
Well, Bogo's not going to be able to use any of those, so I'll take a crossbow. You guys figure out who gets a crossbow and then who gets the pike.
I have a slug thrower, I guess. How long is the pike? Is it 11
the
foot
pike,
pole?
the pike is almost 3 meters long.
Okay, it's really long. Okay. Is this something that's going to have to be in my hand? Am I going to have to carry this around? Or can I somehow stow it?
Attach
The
it to your
pike?
back.
Yes. Because
No,
if I
the
have
pike-
to carry it around like I'm in the
Yeah,
front lines of a military excursion, I might not want to do that.
You are going to have to carry it around.
Okay, yeah, I it looks really neat. I had it to Bogo.
Bogo's eyes just light up.
Yeah, he's going to be able to carry that and the 2 TVs. Come on.
Bogo instantly hugs Doray's leg. Just hugs it.
There's at no point
There
that
you
I'm
go.
going to be pairing Bogo if he keeps getting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I just won't be able to lift him.
I tussle Bogo's hair and say, "Good, whatever you are," and give him the thumbs up and slowly back away.
Well, in Bogo's case, isn't it? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Todd, but isn't that he scourges your carapace? Isn't Bogo just like a big scab?
Yes.
What is a mini Horda or something?
Well, he's just covered with he has like a carapace.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I have a full body armor style carapace kind
Okay.
of.
Is it like that brilliant, bright electric yellow green?
I tell the others, I say, "Hey, don't eat this guy. Leprosy." Yeah.
Bogo, if you try to carry that, I'm not carrying you anymore in the air. Just not happening.
That thing has to weigh like 15 kilograms at least. It weighs as much as you do, Bogo. Like you can barely, by holding it, drag it a couple of centimeters.
Well, this is what I'm thinking, Bill. Now, tell me how far off base I am in thinking this. I'm thinking we can take the vibro blade, cut the handle down to where it's a little bit better manageable, but leave the big wonking head on it.
It's you're still talking about like maybe
it's a dagger at this point.
Are in the head. I mean, you can do that. It is going to be extremely unwieldy, and even on an initiative tie, you will go last in a round, and you will take triple exhaustion using that. I'm just telling you, it's not going to be easy.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
If
you're going to cut it down to the point that I can barely carry you, so I can drop you and you can be like this torpedo.
Oh yeah, no. Your armor, your needler, him, and the head of that pike, you're not flying carrying that. You're like hopping and flapping and then having to set back down.
You're taking it and we're done. You're walking, buddy.
Bogo just with tears in his little eyes, little adorable eyes, Bogo pats the weapon that was given to him in battle, kisses it, says "stay," and then turns and walks away.
Okay. The stairs continue up at least one more floor. You've got the tied up, sleeping
Oh yeah, we should.
mutants.
Somebody needs to take the other crossbow and let's wake one of them up to get some info here and such.
I'll take the other
Info.
crossbow.
What do you expect these guys to have to say?
Well,
Let's just put
they
'em down.
know the layout of the building. They know what's upstairs.
Yeah, but we can find
They'll
out what's
know if there's
upstairs
any
just by
medical
walking.
supplies. But they'll know if there's like more people up there or something.
I have a plan to make them
Alright.
talk.
All right,
Go
well,
for
you
it,
know,
Bogo.
I'm cool if you
Okay,
make them
listen.
talk.
I give him
Here-
the little
here-
armband so he can put it on before he makes them talk.
Here. This is the plan. I'll take my sling and wrap it around my chest, and Doré can hold it like it's a harness on a leash, and I'll act crazy like I'm trying to get at them to eat them. Numbers, you let them know that I'm like carnivorous, and they're on the menu. And if they
We're
don't
only going
talk,
to do
that
this
leash
with
will
one
break.
at a time. If it doesn't work with the first one, we can take him out and try with the second one.
Man,
You
I'm
get
about
two
to cut
shots.
this guy's throat.
You get 2 shots at this.
Did that lift come up into this floor as well?
Yes, on the far end there are the more of the doors. These are both completely closed.
Okay, thanks. Well, it's up to you guys. Where I come from, we put him down. He's just gonna lie to you. What are you gonna do then? You gonna
Bogo starts
squeeze it
sweating
out
his
of him?
finger.
You gonna torture him?
Let
Then what if he
Bogo do
wasn't
his
lying?
magic. Let Bogo do his magic.
All right.
Either he's going to cute it out of him, or he's going to scare the crap, or we're going to get bad information. We've got 2 chances at it, so if they don't agree,
Either
our
way,
problem.
there are 2 creatures that Bogo gets to assert dominance on. If you know what I'm saying.
So you're going to pee on him. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's
The ear thing.
Wet Willie. I'm going to stand back and pretend that I'm, picking my thumbnail or something.
Okay.
Use like the turned off vibroblade for that, so you look like you're tough.
All right, so you are eventually able to kind of smack one of these beast-like creatures around. We'll say it's the big, heavy-set tiger-looking one. No!
Does he have a tail?
What do you want?
If he's got a tail, I'm tugging on his tail just to mess with him.
Okay. He snarls and kicks at you, but then realizes his position. What do you want? Why did you attack us?
You should have totally done Snagglepuss, but okay.
Sorry.
Suffering succotash.
That's the. Yeah, I'm gonna sit and smile. Let Bogo do his dance.
Okay. So Bogo is wigging out on the end of his leash, as it were. What? He's trying to back up. You've got him bound. You can see him straining at his bonds. Keep that thing away! Ah!
I'm tugging on his tail. I'm tugging on. I'm like,
Okay.
stay.
Man, we're mean. I had no idea how mean we were.
I'm not doing anything. This is ridiculous.
He actually
They
looks up
attacked us first.
4077. He looks up at you, 4077, and says, "You at least are fierce. Join us, sister, in our glorious empire. We have conquered much territory and could use a fierce warrior like you."
Well, tell me about it. I know nothing.
No, we are we have conquered many lands. We are from the top of rocks to the north, and we have conquered lands towards the setting sun and the rising sun. We are the ranks of the fit.
For what purpose? And I'm kind of doing hand
Good,
signals to
to
Bogo to like,
control.
wait. Like he's
We
feeding me
will
info. I'm
conquer
going with this.
the world. We will
For what
conquer
purpose?
the world, cleanse it of the unfit, like the unadapted. And he kind of jerks his head towards numbers and Doe, and says, "Like those two, they're unadapted. You are one of the fit. Even that fierce beast on the leash could be useful in our empire."
Why do you think they're unfit? They're just not changed yet. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's
No.
because he hasn't seen the light. I'm gonna shoot that guy in the head.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you what?
we're not
I'm
mean
shooting
enough.
that guy in the
Numbers. We're not mean enough.
Yeah, we're not mean enough. This is
Only
goofy.
the
I'm
mean are
blasting that
fit.
guy in the face.
Okay. He had taken damage before, and any hopes of having a lovely tiger skin rug to do the interior of your vehicle in are now dashed, as are his brains out of his skull in a halo of colloidal steam.
Damn it.
All right, he
We
slumps
lost our
over.
opportunity. We have one more. Let's not get hasty.
Okay, wait, guys.
Let's get
Well,
more
maybe that one will
information
talk.
on the next one, okay?
Numbers. If this one gives us any information, let me assert dominance on him, and then he can carry me around.
Hey, check it out, right? If this guy gives us any information, then we've got all we need, and I'll blast him in the face.
Or he could be my carrier.
But really, you gonna trust this thing? I suppose you would.
After I assert my dominance, yes.
Yeah, right. All right.
Bogo,
Let's
just
see
to
how this
know-
one goes. But you're wasting my time.
Just to know, Bogo, there was no dominance thing. I chose to carry you, okay?
Rex isn't gonna be pleased if we don't move along.
Let's get what we can out of him, but don't get hasty.
That wasn't hasty. That took like 0.5 hours or whatever you would call it.
Like 60 seconds? Come on, bud. Come on. We can do this right.
What's the communist measurement for time?
It's the same. There actually were some kooks who tried to invent metric time, but nobody was going to bite on that.
So even the communists use English time, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to check, make sure. Ask him for a friend.
I'm just working on ticks since January 1st, 1970.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I give
Epoch
the
only.
2 fingers, my eyes to their eyes. I'm like, watch. Okay, I'm watching you. Okay. Let's do this right. This
They
is our
hated
second
us.
Chance. This is our second
They
chance.
considered us less than sentient. Well, I don't know, less than humanoids.
Yeah, I ain't playing
back
that.
then and let Bogo and I, because like he's a fierce little thing, and they seem to respect me. So
Yeah, but they hate me though.
Yeah, well, they didn't like
And
me very
just
much.
stand
Incidentally,
back.
I hate them.
Just stand back, and we'll do this. And give us 3 minutes, not 1 minute, 3 minutes. We can get some info, okay? And then
3
you can do your
minutes?
thing. You can do your thing.
All right, well, how about we just go up the stairs?
Let's get the info first, and then we'll go up the stairs together.
What info are we trying to
Yeah.
get from these guys? I mean, we already know they're a-holes.
Well, yeah, but they might know if there's more of these a-holes upstairs, or if there's traps, or there's the lab.
If they're up there, they would have already been down.
Not necessarily. There might be one up there that has a little bit of intelligence.
All right, then.
But
okay.
I'll be patient for a little bit. But if they start making names at us again, I'm definitely gonna do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me do my thing. We good? Okay, so I wait for them to step back, and then I start to whack the guy to wake him up. I poke him.
All right,
with my foot.
He comes to. What happened?
We defeated you. We defeated you. We know about your movement. Tell us more. Your last dudes, they weren't worthy. Prove to me you are.
We are the ranks of the fit.
I start rolling my eyes.
Heard that. Come on. Give me something I can work with. What's your purpose? What's your point? Who's your leader? Where are you going here?
And what's upstairs? That seems to be what people want here, is what's upstairs. Is there anything upstairs?
Yeah. And what is this building? What is the point? What is the purpose of it? What can it give us?
We are exploring. We wish to expand our empire. We came here to the ruins of Atlanta to take the treasures of the ancients and show our leaders that we could grow into this area.
So where are your leaders based? Not in Atlanta, apparently.
No, they are not in Atlanta. Our leaders are to the north, where our empire is, in the top of rocks.
Does it have a name?
The top of rocks.
Okay. So do you know about this building?
No, we found this building and sought to locate anything that might be useful and make a note here of it.
Is there anything useful here?
We do not know. We arrived here, but perhaps an hour prior to you.
I take a step back and I wave over numbers. All yours, bud.
Bogo, hang on. Bogo walks up, looks at the elephant dude straight in the face, puts his finger in his own, in his mouth, gets it good and slobbery, sticks it in Elephant Man's ear, and says, "Me, you belong to now."
Ah! Yeah, he hated that.
Now I feel bad for the guys.
Waving numbers over. I'm like, I'm done. Come on.
I totally feel bad for these guys now.
I'm shoving in even further. Me, you belong to now.
Stop! Oh,
I grab the scruff of Bogo's shirt and I pick him up and I carry him off.
Okay.
I wave numbers over. It's done.
All right, Catman. Head or gut?
It's Elephant Man, and he.
Whatever.
His eyes get wide, and he's kicking his feet. No, this is not necessary.
Yeah, it seems pretty necessary to me. You hate me. You attack me. I let you go, you can come and attack me again, and you're going to still hate me. I've been down this road many times. It's nothing personal.
No. Are you gonna shoot him or listen to anything else he has to say?
Make it good. You got 10 seconds.
You can let me go. I will return to the top of rocks and tell them that this is your land and we should stay away. Please.
I find that unlikely. I'm gonna blast him.
All right.
Man, I feel bad.
All right. You cook him.
If you weren't going to, I was going to with the vibroblade, to be honest.
That's why we should have just killed them in the first place. Now I gotta feel bad and stuff.
Oh, you're not going to feel bad for long. Come on. This is Gamma World. It's a
My character
dog
doesn't
place.
feel bad, you know.
The problem with the character is there's a player behind it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I got no problem.
Or how about
Maybe
how
that's
about
my
we use
psychosis, I don't know.
how about we use Elephant Man to help tow the gas?
He's dead.
You're already
Sorry,
covered in
John.
this dude's brains, man.
Bereft of life, he rests in peace.
Man, I had to waste the charge on that.
Well, you could have used a vibroblade, but
Eh.
you got a crossbow though. So you got a few. You got a replacement for a couple of charges at least. And if you want, when we leave, you can pick up that halberd or pike or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
All right, so let's go upstairs, see if we can find any med kits or anything else that's useful. Since they didn't do any exploring, useless creatures.
No, we letting Joker lead.
Sure. I put him back down on the ground. I pat him on the head. Say.
So we're letting him climb the stairs and watching him? Is that what we're doing, or is he getting back on the? Or is he getting back on the handle?
He's getting back on the railing. I'll put him on the railing.
Wherever he wants to go, that's fine as long as I ain't involved.
Next time, think about where you're putting your finger. You don't know where that's been.
Yeah, you have a
Saying as a doctor.
you have a thick orangey goo coating your finger now, Bogo.
Bogo sniffs it, licks it. What does it taste like?
God, that's nasty.
Candy corn.
As soon as he starts to do that, I try to slap his hand. Don't
Bitter.
do that.
It is bitter.
You pick stuff off the floor and stick it in your mouth. Don't do that.
Bad,
Oh
Bogo,
my
bad.
gosh.
You find you find an ancient scroll called a newspaper. Would you like to roll it up and beat Bogo with it?
Sure,
Yeah.
if it would work.
Yeah, we should shove his nose in something too.
All right. Bogo, you climb up the next floor. It's a little easier to see up here now because you have broken out windows. So there is some light coming in, and this floor appears to be divided into smaller rooms.
I'm looking for med kits if I can find any.
Okay.
Bogo is Captain Kirk rolling to be stealthy.
Because of course you are.
I've explained to everybody what the universal symbol is for a med kit, just so that they know.
I never opened those. I thought they had snakes in them.
It's a yellow. Remember, guys, it's a yellow circle with 3 radiating black megaphones. All right.
Yeah, not that one.
All right. So, searching one of the rooms. Oh, you've seen this before in a few buildings. It is a large, strange device. It's got a glass plate. It's got a numeric keypad on it. It
Didn't we
doesn't.
get one of these to work in one of these other buildings? In the police station, actually?
You didn't get that one to work, but it looked like it might be in operable condition, but it is also about 3/4 of numbers height. Like it comes up to like just below numbers midriff. but you might be able to get this to work if you somehow found a way to move it. Let's see, who is searching next? Is Mogo searching?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to laugh if this is another portable color television.
Oh my goodness.
The old Bentley.
You're leaving that stuff in the trunk of the car because I can't carry you and those TVs. Not happening.
Come on down to Bogo's used tubes. He's crazy with savings.
Okay. Here, Bogo, the only thing of note you find is a rather large panel. It has a control handle like you've seen in vehicles. It's got some dials and whatnot. The back of it is just a rat's nest of wires and cables and connectors. It looks like it might be part of a vehicle, but it is otherwise completely useless to you. His number's Rab searching.
Yeah, I'll poke around.
All right. Okay, you find a plastic crate full of scrap metal. At the bottom appears to be a Mark V blaster.
Ooh.
It is rather beaten up.
Does it have a hydrogen cell inserted?
It does not.
All right. I'll go ahead and grab it, play around with it, flip it around in my hand, whatever.
Okay.
And check out. I've used one of those before, so I'll check out whatever mechanisms are present and see if it appears to work.
It's got a crack that runs all the way down the beam kilometer. This thing's going to have to be fixed in a weapon shop if indeed anyone can repair such a thing.
All right, I'll stuff that down in my belt.
Okay. Kevin, what about Dore?
Yeah, Dore's he's gonna look around as well. I mean, scavenging is what I do.
All right. So you definitely got an eye for separating the wheat from the chaff.
Yep.
Okay, here you find the rotted remains of a belt. Well, I shouldn't say rotted. It's very cracked and broken, not really useless, not really useful anymore. But there is a rather large decorative belt buckle with some kind of cryptic logo that has a winged serpent surrounding 3 letters. If you clean it up, it might be actually kind of nice.
Okay, I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna mumble under my breath that it should have said TSR, but
it does.
It is what it is.
It does. The 3 letters are TS and R.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I definitely need this.
All right.
Yeah. I look to see if there's anything scraped into the back of it. Are there like initials?
No, there's not, unfortunately.
Okay, well there is now. So I would have put DRM and scrape it in there with my. Well, I guess I have to use a bolt or my vibroblade, whatever one's more appropriate.
All right.
Yeah, I'll put it over my shoulder for now.
Oops. Okay. Okay. Any more searching around you guys wish to do?
Oh, 4077 is definitely searching.
Yes, absolutely searching. And by the way, Bogo is very, very inconspicuously pocketing the control panel thing that he found.
The control panel thing is on a side as long as you are. Exactly. I'm sorry. All right, so you're dragging by the control stick the control panel for a military hover tank. Awesome. Okay.
acting like
4077 is
nothing's
looking for medical kits. That's what I'm doing. Walls, desks, drawers,
Okay.
something.
All right. Let's see. Everybody wanted that to be Gary's belt buckle. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, as long as it's not one of the other guys, I'm good with it. It's mine now. There's one particular person I'd be throwing it back in the bin, but we'll not mention.
Maybe it's Flint Dills or Lorraine Williams or something like that.
Thanks.
Is it Jeff? Is it? It could be Jeff D's.
FMs.
Let's go virtual and go Flynn with Tron. Huh?
I wouldn't put FM in there anyway. Sorry, I should stop now. I should stop now. All right, so let's see. Anything fun and interesting?
Medical kits, come on, baby.
So Bogo, you're off looking in a room, and I just 4077. Let's see. Tucked away in what you think is a just a closet. You kind of have to drag on the door a little bit, but there is actually a robot of some kind, and it appears to be in excellent conditioning. It is currently powered off. Hang on a second, I will tell you. Sorry, the old Adobe acting up again. What you have found is a 1.5 meter wide, 3 meter long, 2 meter high robot of some kind. And again, it's not it's not activated, but it appears to be in excellent shape. It has multiple tool arms bolted onto it. Looks like it could move half the world.
So does it have any symbols or anything else like that on it to indicate what kind of purpose it might be?
You think maybe it was involved in the catching of insects because there's a stylized logo in black stamped in the heavy alloy constructing it that reads Caterpillar.
I'll move forward and take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get everybody's attention here. Looks like it's some kind of a mechanical thing. I mean, it's not obviously medical in that. It's got like mechanisms on it that are going to be like
you really want to order the thing to perform surgery on you.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty good at.
So I let them investigate and decide what they're going to do, and I'm continuing to look for medical kind of stuff.
I'm
Okay.
actually pretty good at artifact stuff. I just have a
Well,
knack
you have
for
a
it.
look. And I'll back you up.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll see if I can take a look at it. Try to figure out what it is.
Okay. Give me a D10 roll.
I get a -5 on this.
Oh my good lord.
Yes. It's daily. That was because of the pure strain human rolling.
Yeah.
I got a 1, 6 -5. So
Dilly.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is Yeah, you're like, oh yes, this is a robot that can engineer things. It is in good condition.
It's a comb,
It's a this is an engineering bot. It can move for 12 hours on a hydrogen cell, and
I look to see if it has one.
No, it does not. There is a port that it's that standard cylindrical port. You pop a hydrogen cell in and rotate it to lock in place, and there is not one in there.
Does it look like it can carry gas in cans?
Well, I mean, it's an engineering bot. Yeah, it's got it has a again, this thing is 3 meters long. It is tucked in a niche there. Why it is on the second floor of the building, you don't know, but it has cranes. It's got reeled in tentacle arms.
Well, this thing looks really neat. I don't really have anywhere to take it. Do you guys have somewhere to take it?
Maybe eventually. I got a cell, but that'll leave me with 3 shots on my rifle. But maybe put the cell in, power it up, see what's going on. Give it back.
Bogo actually has two extra cells.
There you go.
Oh, from the TVs?
No, from a few adventures ago.
Ah, okay. I'm not there. I'm still looking for medical stuff in more rooms, so. You guys do your thing.
Well, if he has an extra cell, I'll put it in there and see if I can power it up.
Yeah, I'll hand it to you.
Okay. You put it in. There is a beep, a series of yellow lights. Thank you for yet another super fuchsia. Thank you. I just caught that. Bogo does have a carapace. He's a little bug.
A sweet, adorable bug. You left that part
sweet,
out.
adorable Yoda insect. All right, so there's yellow lights activate on the panel next to where you slot the hydrogen cell. Now you need to give me some rolls, some actual die rolls. Yes, I know you're subtracting 5 from these. Hilarious things can still potentially
-2.
All right, hang on a second.
Actually,
Let me
it's
get
-2. Yeah, I rolled a 3.
to the appropriate tables. For those of you who don't know, Gamma World has a hilariously awesome flow chart by which you can potentially kill yourself with ancient technology. See, Kyle thinks Traveler's all badass because you can die during character creation. You can die by touching the wrong thing in Gamma World. Okay, so
Doom wants to know if he molts too. For a super.
Super chat from Doom Sword. Does he molt? Probably.
I haven't been around for it. I hope I'm not around for it. Just kidding.
You're not a crustacean. It just kind of slowly flakes off over time. It's just like skin. Okay. Yeah, so you hit a couple of switches. You hear the thing lock in place. There's that awfully good crunchy sound, like when you load a plasma cell in Doom 3. You remember that when you get the plasma rifle, that you get that, put it in, and the yellow lights flash yellow and then turn blue. Would you like to try again? You have got it.
I'm pressing my luck. No whammies. Stop. I got a 0.
That is a 10, so subtract, that's 5. You're like,
no. I got a 5 minus 5.
Oh, you got a 5 minus. Okay, yeah. So you're like, door, it hisses closed, and you hear a clunk as it locks in place.
Okay.
Rolling.
Gotta roll the right dice.
Yes, please do that.
-2 again. This is all, by the way, this is all in the Discord, the Gamma World participation channel. So if you want
That's
to
fine.
see the scores.
I believe you. There is no program that you guys can, or rather, there's no problem you guys can present me with by cheating on dice rolls that I cannot throw enough death machines at you to solve. All right.
Oh my gosh, Fuchsia did another one.
Oh my gosh. Fuchsia spending all of his money on my channel. It's embarrassing. Don't stop. But
it's the Bill you don't car fund.
I'm not going to answer that. No, that's no. I'm not
Bogo
going.
Can answer it. Let Bogo answer it.
Use your no. I would prefer that Bogo not answer it. Just use your imagination. In fact,
we got to snort again.
Don't answer that. Okay, so
I hate it when I do that, but it happens.
you hit another button and a door slides open, and there is a glowing panel with several glowing tiles that look like they're embedded in it. It looks like a little computer screen.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can tell it to do stuff using the little computer screen.
Okay.
I got a -4.
Okay. With that,
I haven't rolled over 5. This is amazing. This is my best die rolls of all time.
It's excellent.
Hey, sometimes the bad die rolls make for good stories.
Several simple commands: power on, power off, override shutdown, and diagnostic.
I'm gonna try the diagnostic to see if it can do a self-test of some kind.
It runs through all of its self-tests and passes them with flying colors. Like the power cell is at like 91.1%, otherwise good. The it's like it will require anti-gravitor pressor maintenance in like 2,431 hours. Lubrication 0.8A may require retensioning, but otherwise it's in good shape.
I smile and I stick my thumb towards it, look at numbers, and say, "Hey, I think we got something here."
Good man.
I tell it to power on.
It does not.
I turn off diagnostics and I try to power it on again.
Oh, okay. You hit the power on. It raises up about 60 centimeters off the floor and just kind of sits there, sort of floating in the air.
Holy crap, I like you.
I know who's going to carry Bogo around.
I ask it to move. So I step back a few feet and I tell it to move a meter towards me. Does it move?
No. In a hollow metallic voice, it says, command authority not recognized.
All right. I'm going to look for some way to assert my authority on the robot.
No, we got 2 of them. Oh my goodness.
Bogo pulls on your pants leg and to get your attention, and then sticks his finger in his mouth and like to get you to do the same.
Yeah. Well, that might be
finger than the one that's got the orange goo on it.
Yeah. Here, put it in this little circular area where that hydrogen cell goes.
That's closed.
Oh, damn. So I'm going to try to figure out if what do I need to do? I'm going to look at the controls and see if there's an override or if I can add myself to the authority file or whatever the hell it uses for determining, is it UAF? It's probably VAX VMS, right?
It's running OS2. You're doomed.
Oh no. Well, at least I could turn the lights off in the building or something.
Yeah.
He's got to punch a bunch of ones and zeros in a series.
Okay.
What
That's
do you mean?
time to...
Numeric keypad to program a Rex script.
System 5.
There's a card feeder there for you.
I'm going to do a bunch of... I'm going to dump a bunch of zeros, or I'll do an op sled and then an executable overflow.
Control Alt Delete.
Control D, Control E. Yeah.
Nothing, sorry.
Up, down, down, right, left, start.
I ask it, do you know where the manual for your robot self is?
It does not respond. Bogo walks around your leg, jumps up, grabs the undercarriage, pulls himself up, and is now sitting on one of the broader upper metallic mounting points for the tool arms. He's literally sitting on his shoulder.
Okay. Does it have a coin slot so I can put it in there for it to vibrate for him for a little bit?
No, it does not. No
Okay.
magic.
Okay, damn it. Well, I mean, I'm going to look around the area immediately by it and see if there's any instructions or see if there's additional electronic something that might plug into it. A card of some kind, any kind of thing
It was kind of sitting on metal stanchions on the floor that are fixed to the floor. But as far as any cards or anything, you don't find any. No.
Okay. Okay, so if I grab it by the, I don't know, some, I hate to say this because it's dangerous, just because it'll be unfunny.
You can.
Okay, yes. I'll see if I can pull on it and if it will float while I pull it.
It is like it is bolted to the floor.
Okay, so it's literally, it's hovering, but it's not movable whatsoever.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna was there, what other you had power on and power off and diagnostics? What else was in there?
Power on, power off diagnostics, and command shutdown override.
I don't know. Since Bogo's on it, I'm gonna hit the command shutdown override button. I guess.
Okay. There is a klaxon sounds, and it clangs back down onto its stanchions. You know, it drops a little bit more than a hand span onto the floor.
Okay. Well, hell, I don't know if we're going to be able to tell this what to do. I just for the hell of it, I'm going to power it on. Hit the power button again. And I'm going to if it powers up, I'm going to tell it that it needs to listen to me because, you know, I'm the person that tells you what to do. Just
good old reboot.
You know, yeah. I don't know.
It doesn't. It's command. Command not authorized.
And what, it did have a slot for a key card, or
no? It does not. Not that you could see.
Right.
I say authorized do re mi 5 alpha 1 code 6.
Command not recognized.
Okay, well, I'm out of ideas, guys. I tell it that if it doesn't authorize me, I'm going to hit the command override shutdown button.
Just RM-RF star. Or send it to DevNull.
Yeah. It's same response. Does it have any kind of optic?
Yeah, there's like a sensor cluster on a mast kind of sticking up on the front tool mounted area.
Okay, I'm going to look at it in its sensor cluster with my face, and I'm going to tell it the people that typically you're authorized to activate you and do services are no longer available, and I'm their replacement.
It does not make a conversation back with you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at a loss here, guys. What would it take to get the racks that are in the floor out of there? I mean, are they're counter? Is it like cement and they're countersunk in cement somehow?
Yeah, there's like bolts holding each one in the floor.
Okay. There's no. Is there something that might look like engineering work that happened around this area that was partially done?
In the building, no,
Just in this area, right? Because I'm not going to get to move it out of here. So.
Oh no, I mean the outside is ruins. So if any engineering was done in the time of the ancients, 170 plus years ago, it is long
Okay.
past, been.
Well, I was just hoping maybe there was something it had half done here in this room that it wasn't finished with. Okay, well,
kind of a quick side thing, Bill. I'll quickly check the rooms to see if I can find any medical stuff. If not, then obviously I'll come back to the group and join them at this point.
Okay. All right, let's see. You are looking around. Oh, too many tabs. Looking for. You find a promising thing in a. There is a plastic case that has two cylinders that look like they would just about fit your hand. So, when you open the plastic case, like I said, two cylinders. On the top of each cylinder is a handle that curves over and runs down the side of each cylinder. And holding that handle on is a pin with a ring attached to it. And there are two of those.
Okay, I'll take those with.
All right.
I'll just kind of continue quickly looking and then head back to the group.
Okay. Well, you return to the group with your finds. Bogo is dragging what looks like some kind of electronics panel behind him surreptitiously.
Well, I thought he climbed on top of this thing.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yes, Bogo had left the panel
I'm
behind.
going to look at the legs to see, are they like fastened to this thing that they can get disconnected somehow, or was it built into the thing that it's not going to move from this location?
It is not going to move from that location without some kind of system.
It's hovering. It's not attached to the braces, but we can't move it. Right.
When you power
it's
on,
not
it raises
attached. Yeah.
But it's
were we finished with the exploration of this area, or was there another level up?
I'm sorry. This is the top level.
Right, but we haven't been in the lift,
basement,
elevator, whatever, right?
Well, correct. We haven't been in the basement really either, so.
Assuming there is one.
That's where we started.
I'll turn off the bot and take its cell so it doesn't walk away. Hand it back to Bogo.
Okay.
And I'll make sure to try to remember where this is somehow, so we can return later if we have something to do.
Excellent. Alrighty, so you disengage your battery, and I guess you're making your way downstairs now, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, you return to the darkened lower floor, ground floor of this building, and that is where we will leave the adventurers until next week. Listen, you guys went nuts with the super chats tonight, and that is super awesome. I felt the love. Thank you, Doomsword, who was playing and super chatting. Wow, that is fantastic.
And can I answer one of the questions about Bogoville?
No.
Yes. No, you may
No.
not. You may
No.
not.
No. And Fuchsia too for the hate love type thing with Bogo.
Yeah. But seriously, guys, thank you all so much. I think I got everybody's chats tonight, and if I didn't, I apologize. I will go careful. I will comb carefully through the detritus of tonight's chats and make sure that I didn't miss anyone. So thank you all very much for being here. Thank you to my players for being here. Thank you for sticking with me through just an absolutely unbelievably chaotic week with the news on the gaming front. I don't do videos on the weekend. If something happens, if somebody does a docs leak of some shenanigans going on inside Wizbro, I will definitely cover that this weekend. But otherwise, I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys Monday for the birthday show, my birthday particularly. So until then, you guys have an absolutely positively wonderful weekend. Be good to each other. And again, for the super chats, I thank you all. To my players, I thank you all, and we will see you guys. So, yeah, be good to each other. Peace.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.